Chapter 21.
Chapter
The king's
11.
heart is in the hand of the
False
Lord,
balance
as the rivers
is
of water.
abomination
Turneth
to
it
the Lord,
whithersoever he
but
will.
a just
Every way
weight
of a man is
is
right
his
in his own
delight.
eyes, but the Lord
When pride
pondereth the
cometh,
heart.
then
Justice
cometh
and judgment
shame,
is
but
more acceptable
with the
to the Lord
lowly
than
is
sacrifice.
wisdom.
And high look
The
at a proud
integrity of the
heart, and the
upright
plowing
shall
of the
guide
wicked
them,
is
but the
sin.
perverseness
The
of
thoughts of the diligent
transgressors
tend only
shall
to
destroy
plenteousness,
them.
but of everyone
The
that
peace
is
profits
evil
not in the day of wrath,
getting of treasures
but
while
righteousness
lying is a
heareth
vanity
from
tossed
wrath.
to and fro of
The
them that seek
righteousness
death.
of the
The
understanding
shall
shall direct his
destroy
way,
them,
but the
because they
wicked shall
refuse to do
fall by
judgment.
his own
The way of a man
wickedness.
is froward
The
and vain,
righteousness of the
but as
upright
for
shall
the
deliver
pure,
them,
his work
but
is right.
transgressors
His
shall
words
be
dwell in
wicked
a
in
corner of
their
the
own
house, then with a
naughtiness.
brawling
When a
mob
wicked
by his
man
house.
dieth,
The
his
soul of the wicked
expectation
desireth
shall
evil,
perish,
his neighbor
and
findeth
the
no
hope
favor
of
in his eyes.
unjust men
When the scorner is
perish.
punished, the
The
simple is made
righteous is
wise.
delivered out
The
of
wise
trouble,
is
and
instructed,
the
he
wicked
receiveth
cometh in
knowledge.
his
The
stead.
righteous man wisely
A
considereth the
hypocrite
house
with
of
his
the wicked,
mouth
but
destroyeth
God
his
overthroweth the
neighbor,
wicked
but
for
through
their wickedness.
knowledge shall
So
the
stoppeth
just
his
be
ears at
delivered.
the cry of the poor.
When it goeth
He
well
also
with
shall
the
cry
righteous,
himself, but
he
shall not be heard.
rejoiceth,
The
and when
trick
the
of the
wicked
secret
perish,
pacifieth
there
anger,
is
and the
shouting.
reward in the bosom
By the
strong.
blessing of the
It is
upright
joy
his
to the
seed
just
is
to do
exalted,
judgment,
Let us
but
but
lurk
it
destruction
is
shall be to the
overthrown
workers
for
of
by
the
the
iniquity.
mouth
The
of the
man that
without
wicked.
wandereth
cause.
out of the way of
He
Let
the
that
us
is
mishappy
swallow
void
shall
of
them
be
up
in
wisdom
the
alive
congregation of
as
the
despiseth
the
his
dead.
grave,
neighbor,
He that
but a
loveth
man of
and
pleasure shall
whole
be a
understanding
poor
as
man.
holdeth
He
those
that
his
that go
loveth
peace.
wine and
down into
oil
the
A
shall
pit.
not be rich.
talebearer
The
We
wicked
shall
revealeth
shall be a
find all
secrets,
ransom for the
precious
but
righteous,
he
and a
that
substance.
is of a
transgressor for
We
the
shall
faithful
upright.
fill
spirit
It
our
is better to
houses
dwell
with
in
considereth
the
the
spoil.
wilderness
matter.
than with a
Cast
contentious
in
and
thy
an
Where
lot
no
angry woman.
among
counsel
There is
us.
is,
treasure
the
to be
Let
people
us
desired, and
all
fall,
have
oil in the
one
but in
wine
the
of the
purpose.
wise.
multitude of
My
But the
son,
soul of
walk
a man
counselors
not
there
thou
stirreth it
in
is
the
up.
way
safety.
with
He
them.
that followeth
He that
after
is
Refrain
shooting
righteousness
for
and
a
mercy
thy
stranger
findeth
shall
foot
life,
from
smart
the
for
path,
righteousness
him,
and honor.
and
The
he
for
that
their
wise man
feet
hateth
run
findeth
surely
to
the
shall
city of
evil
the
be
and
mighty,
make
sure.
and
haste to
casteth
A
down
shed
the
blood.
gracious
strength of the
woman
confidence
Surely in
retaineth
thereof.
honor,
vain
and a
Whoso
the
keepeth
strong
his
net
man
is
mouth and his
spread
retain
tongue keepeth his
riches.
in
soul
the
from
sight
trouble.
of
The
many
merciful
birds.
Proud
man
and haughty
doeth
scorner
good to
of
They
his
his
lay
own
name,
wait for
who
soul,
their
dealeth in
own
but he
blood,
that
pride.
is
for they
The
cruel
lurk
desire of the
troubleth
soul
his
is
privily
own
for
diligent,
their
flesh.
for
own
his hands
lives.
The
refuse to
wicked
labor.
worketh
So
a
are the
Because of the
ways
deceitful
of
work,
great
but
wealth
to
of
everyone
the
that
them
is
that
ungodly,
greedy
the
soweth
of
righteous
gain,
giveth and
righteousness
spares
shall
which
not.
be
taketh away the
assured
Sacrifice of the
livelihood,
reward.
wicked is
out of
As
the
abomination,
owner
and
righteousness
woe
thereof.
when
tendeth
he
to
bringeth it
life,
with a
so
wicked
he that
Wisdom,
mind.
pursueth
A false
evil
witness shall
quiet
perish.
pursueth it
without,
The
to his
man that
own
heareth
death.
speaketh
she
constantly.
uttereth
They
a
that
The
are
voice
of
man
a
hardeneth
froward
his face
heart
when
in
are
the
speech,
upright
abomination
he
to
to
the
directeth his
Lord,
quiet
way.
but
There
the
is
such
no
as
chief
are
wisdom nor
place,
upright in their
understanding nor
way
counsel
are
like
his
against
a
the Lord.
delight.
horse,
The horse
in
is
the
Though
prepared
hand
against the
openings
day of
join
of
in
the
battle, but
gates
hand,
of the
safety
the
is of
wicked
city,
the
shall
Lord.
not be unpunished,
she
but the
uttereth her
seed of the
word, saying,
righteous
How
shall
long?
Chapter
be
22.
Ye
delivered.
A
simple,
good name is
As a
rather to
when
be
jewel
ye
of
chosen
love
than
gold in
great
a
simplicity,
riches, and
swine's
loving
and
snout,
the
favor rather than
scorners
so is a
silver and
delight in
gold.
veiled
their
woman
Rich and
scorning,
which is
poor meet
without
and
together. The Lord
fools
is
discretion.
the
hate
maker of them
knowledge.
The
all.
desire
Turn
of the
The
ye
man
at
righteous
my
is
foreseeth
only
evil and
good,
hideth
reproof.
but
himself,
the
but the simple
expectation
pass on
of the
and are
Behold, I
wicked
will
punished.
is
pour
The
out
wrath.
humility and the
my
fear of the
spirit
There
Lord are
is
upon
that
thee.
riches and
I will
scattereth,
honor
make
and
and
wealth.
yet
known my
Thorns
increaseth,
words
and
unto
and
thee.
snares
there
are in
is
the
that
way of the
withholdeth
Because
froward,
I have
more than
he
is
that
called,
doth
meet,
and
keep
ye
his
but
soul shall
refuse,
be
I
tendeth to
far
have
from
stretched
them.
poverty.
out my
Train up
hand,
a child in
and
the
no
way he
The
man
should
liberal
go, and
soul
when he
shall
is
be
old,
made
he will not
fat,
depart
regarded.
from
and
it.
he that
The rich
watereth
ruleth
shall be
But
over the
ye
poor,
watered
have
and the
set
also.
borrower
at
is
naught
servant to
all
the
my
lender.
He that
counsel,
He that
and
soweth
withholdeth
none
iniquity
corn,
shall
the
of
reap
people
vanity,
shall
and
curse
the
him,
rod of his
but
anger
my
shall
blessing
reproof.
shall
fail.
be upon the
He
head
that
I
of
doth
him
also
that
will
repentance and
laugh
life
selleth
at
shall
your
be blessed.
He
calamity.
that
For he
I
giveth
diligently
will
of his
mock
seeketh
bread to the
good
when
poor.
your
procureth
fear
Puffeth out
favor,
the
cometh,
scorner,
but he
and
when
that
your fear
contention
speaketh
shall
cometh
go
deceit,
as
out.
it shall
Yea,
come
desolation,
unto
strife and
him.
reproach shall
and your
cease.
He that
He that
destruction
trusteth
loveth
in
cometh
fearless
his
will
as a
hunt for
riches
the grace
shall
of
whirlwind,
his lips.
fall,
The
when
king shall
but
be
the
his
righteous
friend. The eyes
shall
of the Lord
flourish
preserve
as
knowledge,
a
and he
branch.
Then shall
overthroweth
they
the words of
call
the
upon
He that
me,
transgressor. The
troubleth his
slothful
own
man
house
saith, There is a
shall
lion,
but
but
I
inherit
will
shall
not
the
be
wind,
answer.
slain in the
and
They
street.
the
shall
The
seek
fool
me
mouth
shall
of
be
early,
ignorant
but
servant
women
they
is
to
shall
the
full of
not
blood.
find
wise
me.
of
He that is
heart.
abhorred of the
For
Lord
that
Fruit
shall
they
of the
fall
hated
therein.
righteous is
knowledge,
a
Foolishness is
and
tree
did
of
dark in the
not
life,
heart of a
choose the
child, but
fear
the
of
he
the
rod
that
of
Lord.
winneth
correction shall drive it
They
souls
would
far
is
from
none
him.
of
wise.
my
He that
counsel.
oppresseth
Behold,
the
the
poor to
They
righteous
increase of
shall
the
be
despise
rich is
all
a
reckoned
my
death
unto the
given.
reproof.
For the
earth,
rich shall
much
surely
more
come
Therefore
to
the
shall
want.
they
wicked
eat
Bow down
of the
and
thine
the
fruit
ear
of
and hear
their
the
sinner.
own
words of the
way.
wise, and apply thine
Chapter
heart unto
For
my
12.
knowledge.
the
For it is a
Whoso
pleasant thing that
loveth
thy
turning away
strength
of the
instruction
within thee,
simple
they
shall
loveth
shall
slay
all
knowledge,
be
them,
fitted in thy
and
but
the
lips.
he that
Enter,
hateth
prosperity
trust
of
maybe in
reproof
the
fools
is
shall
Lord. I
wicked.
have
destroy
made
them.
known
A
to thee
good
this
man
day, even
But
obtaineth
to thee,
favor
whoso
of the
but
Lord,
I
hearkeneth
written to
but
unto
a
thee
man
them
of
excellent
wicked
things in
shall dwell
epistles
devices
of
will be
knowledge,
safely,
that I
condemned.
and
might
shall
make
be
thee know the
A man
quiet
certainty
shall
of the
not be
words of truth,
established
that
by
thou
from
mightest
fear
wickedness,
of
answer the
but the
evil.
words of
root of
truth
the
to them that
righteous
send
shall
unto
not
thee.
be
Rob
moved.
not the
Chapter
A
poor,
2.
because he
virtuous
is
My
woman
poor,
son, if
is
but
a
thou
let the
wilt
crown
oppressor
receive
to
my
her
not rise in
words
the
husband,
and
gate.
but
hide
For
he
the
that
my
Lord will
maketh
defend
commandments
their
with
cause
ashamed
thee,
and
is
spoil
so
the
as
that
souls
thou
of those
rottenness
that
in his
spoil
incline thine
them.
barns.
ear
Make no
The
unto
friends with
thoughts
the
of the
wisdom, and
righteous
incline
transgressor,
thine
are
for
heart
right,
to
the furious
but the
man
understand.
thou shalt
counsels
not
of the
Yea,
know.
if thou
wicked
Lest thou
apply
are
learn his
yourself to
ways
deceits.
and
knowledge,
get a snare
The
and
to thy
words of the
listen
soul.
wicked
Be not
are
unto
thou
thy
like a
divided
voice
man
for
that
ways for
striketh
blood.
understanding,
rent, or
if
of them
The
thou
that
mouth
are
of the
furious
seekest
for
her
upright
debts.
shall
If
as
thou
be
hast
silver,
nothing
redeemed.
to
and
pay for,
The
should he
searchest
wicked are
take
for
away
always
her
thy debt
grown
from
and
under
are
thee?
for
not,
hid
but the
Regard not
treasure,
house
the
of the
ancient
then
righteous
Lifelock, which
shalt
shall
thou
thou
spoilest of
flourish.
sin.
understand the
Seest
A
thou
man
fear
not
of
shall
the
the
be
land
Lord,
is
commended
and
business?
find
according
the
He
to
that
his
knowledge of
stands
work.
before
God.
kings.
But
He
he
shall
that
not
is
stand
of a
before
perverse
mean
heart
men.
shall be
giveth
despised.
wisdom, out of his
He
mouth
that is
cometh
despised and
knowledge
hath a
and
servant
understanding.
is better
He
than
layeth
he
up
that
sound
honoureth
wisdom for the
himself and
righteous.
lacketh
He
bread.
is a
A
buckler to
righteous
them
man
that walk
regardeth the life
uprightly.
of his
He
beast,
When thou
keepeth the
sittest to eat
paths
with a
tender
ruler,
mercies
consider
of the
of
diligently
wicked
what is
are
judgment
before
and
thee,
cruel.
and put a
preserveth
knife
the
to
But
thy
way
his
of
throat,
the
if thou
lamp
be a
saints.
shall be
man given to
Then
satisfied
shalt
with
thou
bread.
understand
desire
But he
righteousness
that
and
followeth
judgment
vain
deceived
and
persons
equity.
is
Labor
void
Yea,
of
every good
understanding.
cease
path.
from thine own wisdom. Wilt
The
thou
wicked
set thine eyes
When
desireth
upon
wisdom
that
plenty
which
to
is
entereth
not
evil
into
men,
thine
good, which is
heart,
but the
certainly
root of
man,
and
the
without
knowledge
righteous
wings,
is
that
yieldeth
fly away
pleasant
as an
fruit.
eagle
unto
to
thy
The
the
wicked
marrow.
is
soul,
snared
Eat thou
by the
not of
destruction shall
transgression
corruption,
of
let
his
not an
preserve
lips,
thee,
evil
but
eye
the just
understanding
shall
desire
shall
come
that
keep
out
his
of
thee.
dainty
trouble.
meats. For as he
A
thinketh
man
in
To
his
shall be
heart,
deliver
so is
thee
he.
from
satisfied
the way
meagre
of
True,
the
by the
evil
fruit of
saith
his
he
man,
to thee,
mouth, and
but
from
his
the
the
heart is not
man
recompense
with
of
that
a
thee.
speaketh
man's
The morsel which
hand
froward
thou hast
things,
shall
eaten
be
shalt
rendered
thou
unto
to
vomit up,
him.
leave
and
the
The
lose all
way
paths
thy
of
of
sweet
fool
words.
is
uprightness, to
right in
Promote
walk
his
in
not
own
the
the old
ways of
man's
eyes,
mark, and
darkness,
enter
but
not
he
to
that
into the ways
rejoice
of
hearkeneth
to
the
do
unto the
faithless.
evil and
For
counsel
delight
is
whereas mighty, he
wise.
shall
in
plead
A
the
the
cause
fool's
with
wrath
thee.
is
Apply
froward
presently
thine heart
known,
man
unto
but a
of the
instruction, and
prudent
wicked,
thine ears
man
to the
whose
words of
ways
covereth
are
his
knowledge.
crooked,
shame.
Withhold
and
not
they
He that
correction from
froward
a
speaketh
child, for
truth
if thou
showeth
beatest
forth
him with a
in their
rod, he
righteousness,
shall
paths.
not
but a
die.
false
Thou shalt
witness
beat him with a
deceit.
To
rod, and shalt
deliver
deliver
thee
his
from
soul
the
from
There
hell.
strange
is that
woman,
My
speaketh
son,
even
if
like
thine
the
from the
heart be
piercings
wise,
strangers
of
with
my
a
heart shall
sword,
flattereth
but
rejoice.
with
the
her
Even
tongue
words,
of the
mine, yea, my
wise
reins
is
shall
forsaketh
health.
rejoice when thou
the
The
lovest
lip
guide
of
of
true
her
truth
youth,
things.
shall
Let
be
not
and
thine heart
established
envy
forgetteth
forever,
sinners, but
the
be
but a
thou in
covenant
the
lying
of
fear
her
of the
tongue
God.
Lord all
is
the
For
day
her
long.
house
abominable.
For surely
inclineth
there is
unto
an end,
death,
and thine
Deceit
and
is
her
in the
expectation
heart
paths
of
shall
them
unto
that
the
not be cut
death.
imagine
off.
evil,
Hear
None
thou
that
my
but to
go
the
son,
to
when
her
thou
counselors
return
of
guide
again,
thine
peace
heart
is
in the
neither
Lord.
joy.
take
Be
they
not among
hold
There
of the
shall
mockers,
never
paths
among
of
be no
life.
riotous
havoc
eaters of
to the
flesh,
That
just,
for
thou
the
but the
mayest
wicked
covenant
walk
shall
in
be
the
shall
way
filled
come to
of
with
poverty,
good
and
mischief.
men,
drowsiness shall
and
grow up
keep
Lying
the
upon the
lips
paths of
are
the
reins.
an
righteous.
Hearken
abomination
unto
to
thy
For
the
the
father
Lord,
that begat
upright
but
shall
thee,
they
and
that
dwell in
despise
the
deal
not thy
land,
mother
prudently
and
which
the
she
are
perfect
his
sold.
shall remain
delight.
Buy
in
the
it.
truth and
A
sell it
prudent
not.
man
Also
But the
giveth
wisdom and
wicked
forth
shall be
instruction and
cut
knowledge,
off
but the
from
understanding.
the
heart of
The
earth,
father of
and
the
fools
the
righteous shall
proclaimeth
greatly
transgressors
rejoice,
foolishness.
and he that
shall be
begetteth a
The
wise
rooted
hand of the
out
child
of it.
diligent
shall have
shall
joy
bear
of him.
rule,
Thy
but
Chapter
the
3.
father and thy mother
slothful
shall be
shall be
glad, and
under
she that
My
bare
tribute.
thee
son,
shall rejoice.
forget
My
Heaviness of
not
the
son,
my
heart
give
of
me
law,
thine
man
heart, and let
but
thine
maketh
let
it
eyes
thine
observe
heart
stupid,
my
but
ways.
a good
For a heart is a
word
deep ditch, and a
commend
maketh
it.
it
strange woman
glad.
is a narrow
For
pit.
length of
The
She
days
righteous
also
and
is more
lieth
long
in
life
excellent
and
brightness, for
than
a
his
peace
prey
shall
neighbor,
they
but
increaseth
the
the
way of the
transgressors
wicked
among men.
seduceth
Who
add
him.
hath
to
woe?
thee.
The
Who hath
slothful
sorrow?
Let
Who
man
not
hath
who
mercy
contention?
roasteth
Who
and
hath
not
truth
that
famine?
which
forsake
Who
he
hath
thee.
took in
wounds and
Bind
hath
hand,
them
cause?
about
but
Who
thy
hath
neck,
rent his
subsisteth
write
the
them
thighs?
diligent
upon the
They that
man
table
his
tarry
of
long
thine
at the
pleasures.
heart.
wine, they that go
In
to
the
So
seek
way of
mixed
the
wine,
right
eat
shalt
peace
not
is
thou
thou
life,
upon the
find
and
wine
in
of
the
the
favor
new
and
wine.
good
pathway
Where pride
thereof
is
understanding in
covered
the
there
and a
is
sight
no
cupbearer
of
moveth
death.
God
itself
and man.
aright at the
Trust
laughter.
in the
Chapter
Lieth like
Lord
a
with all
serpent, and
thine heart,
stingeth
8.
like
A
an
and lean
adder.
not
son
unto
heareth
thine
his
own
father's
understanding.
instruction, but a scorner heareth not
Thine eyes shall
rebuke.
behold
In
strange
all
A
thy
women,
man
and thy
ways
heart
showeth
shall consider
good
acknowledge
by the
him,
foolish
fruit of
things.
his
and he
Yea, thou
shall
mouth,
shalt
but the
be
direct
as
thy
soul
he
of the
paths.
that lieth down in the
Be
transgressor
midst
not
of the
shall
wise
sea,
be
in thine
put
or
own
as he that
by.
eyes.
lieth upon the top
Fear
of
the
a
He
Lord,
that
mast.
and
keepeth
They
his
have
depart from
mouth
stricken
evil.
me, shalt thou
is
say,
It
and I
shall
was
life,
be
not sick.
health
but
They
to
he
have
that
thy
looked me, and I
openeth
navel,
felt it
wide
not.
his
and
When shall
lips
I
marrow
shall
awake?
to
have
thy
I will
bones.
seek
destruction.
it yet again.
The soul of the
Honor
sluggard
the Lord
desireth
with
and
thy
hath nothing,
substance,
but the
and
soul of
with
the
the first
diligent
fruits
shall
of
be
all
made
thine
fat.
increase.
A
So
righteous
shall
man
thy
hateth
barns be
lying,
filled
but a wicked
with
man
Chapter
is
plenty,
24.
and
loathsome
thy
and
Be not
presses
cometh
thou
to
shall
envious
shame.
burst
against
out
evil
with
men,
new
for I
wine.
desire
Righteousness
to be
keepeth
with them,
him that
My
for
is
their
son,
heart is
upright in
perfect
despise
the
in
not the
way,
subjection, and
but
their
chastening
lips
wickedness
Lord, neither be
overthroweth the
weary
sinner.
of his correction.
There is that
For
maketh
whom the
himself
Lord
rich,
loveth
yet
he
hath nothing.
correcteth.
There is
Even
that
as the
maketh
Father,
himself poor,
the Son,
yet hath
whom he
great
delighteth.
riches.
Happy is
The
the man
ransom of
that
a man's
findeth
life
wisdom,
are
and
his
the man
riches, but the
that
poor
getteth
heareth
understanding.
not rebuke.
For the
The
merchandise
light
of
of the
gifts
righteous
is better than
rejoiceth,
the
but
merchandise
the
of
lamp
silver,
of the wicked
and the
shall be
gain
put
thereof
out.
than fine
Only
gold.
by pride
She
cometh
is more
contempt,
precious than rubies,
but with the
and
well
all the
advised
things
is
thou
wisdom.
canst desire are not to be
Wealth gotten
compared
by
with her.
vanity shall be
Let the
diminished,
babes
but he
is
that
in her right
gathereth by
hand,
labor
and
shall
in her left
increase.
hand riches and
Hope
honor.
deferred maketh
Her
the heart
ways
sick,
are
but when the
ways of
desire
pleasantness,
cometh, it is a
and
tree
all
of
her
life.
paths are peace.
Whoso
She is the tree of
despiseth
life
the
to
word
them that
shall
lay
be
hold
destroyed,
upon her,
but he
and
that
happiness
feareth
is
the
the favored one
commandment
that
shall be
obtaineth
rewarded.
it. The
The
Lord by
law of the
wisdom
wise
hath
is the
founded the
fountain of
earth,
life,
by
to depart
understanding
from the
hath he
snares of
established the
death.
heavens.
Good
By his knowledge the
understanding
depths
giveth
are
favor,
broken up,
but
and
the
the
way of
clouds drop down the
transgressors
dew.
is hard.
My son, let
Every
not them
prudent
depart
man
from thine
dealeth
eyes.
with
Keep thou
knowledge, but
wisdom
a
and
fool
discretion.
layeth open his folly.
So shall
A
they be
wicked
life
messenger
unto thy
falleth
soul,
into
and
mischief,
grace to thy
but a
neck.
faithful ambassador is health. Poverty and
Then
shame shall
shalt
be
thou
to him
walk
that
in thy way
refuseth
safely,
instruction,
and thy
but
foot
he that
shall not
regardeth
stumble.
reproof shall be honored.
When thou liest down,
The
thou shalt
desire
not be afraid.
accomplished is
Yea,
sweet to the
thou
soul,
shalt lie down,
but it is
and thy sleep
abomination
shall
to
be sweet.
fools to
Be
depart
not
from
afraid
evil.
of sudden fear,
He that
neither of the
walketh with wise
desolation
men
of
shall be
wicked when
wise,
it cometh.
but a companion
For
of
the Lord shall
fools
be thy
shall be
confidence,
destroyed.
and shall keep
Evil
thy foot
pursueth
from being
sinners,
taken.
but to the righteous
Withhold
good
not good
shall be
from
repaid.
them to
A
whom
good
it is
man
due.
leaveth an
When it
inheritance
is
to
in
his
the power
children, his
of thine
treasure,
hand
and the
do
wealth
it.
of the
Say
sinner
not
is
unto
laid
thy
up
neighbor,
for the
Go,
just.
and come again,
Much food
and
is in the
tomorrow
tillage of
I
the
will
poor,
give,
but there
when
is that
thou
is
hast
destroyed
Every
for
man
want
shall
of
kiss his
judgment.
lips that giveth
Devise
a
He
not
that
right
evil
answer.
against
spareth
thy
his
Prepare
neighbor,
thy
rod
work
seeing
hateth
without,
he
and
his
make it
son,
fit for
dwelleth
thyself in
but
the
he that
field.
securely
loveth
by
him
thee.
Afterwards build thy
chasteneth
Strive
house.
every
not with the
Be
time.
not
man
a
without
witness against
The
cause,
thy neighbor
righteous
without
which he
eat
cause,
to
hath
and
the
done
deceive
thee
not
satisfying
no
of
with thy
his
harm.
lips.
soul,
Say
but the
not
Feed
I will
thee
belly
not
of
thou
the
so
not
unto
wicked
the
him as he
shall
hath done
want.
oppressor,
to me.
and
I will
choose
render to the
none of
man
his
according to
ways.
his work.
For the
I went by
froward
the
Chapter
field of the
is
14.
slothful, and by the
abomination
vineyard of
Every
a man void
wise
of
to the
woman
Lord,
understanding,
buildeth
and
but
her
the
the
house,
wall
secret
but
grown
the
is
over
with
with
the
fool
thorns and
righteous.
plucketh
nettles,
it
The
and
down
curse
covered
of
with
the
with his
Lord
briar
is in the
roots,
hands.
and the
house of the
stone
wicked,
wall
He
but the
that
thereof was
blessing
walketh
broken
in his
down. Then I
and
uprightness
saw it,
habitation
and
of the
feareth the
considered it
just.
well.
Lord,
I
but
looked
he
upon
that
it,
is
and
perverse in
received
his
instruction.
ways
Yet a little sleep,
despiseth
a
it.
little
Surely he
slumber, a little
scorneth the
In the
falling of
mouth
the
of the
foreigners,
hands
but
of
he
the
foolish
giveth
weak.
is a
So
grace
shall
rod
to
of
thy
the lowly.
poverty
pride,
come
but
as
the
The
lips
one
of
that
wise
the
shall
travaileth
wise
in
inherit
thy
shall
glory,
bosom as
but
an
preserve.
armed
shame shall
man.
be
Where no
the
oxen
promotion of
are, the
fools.
crib is clean, but much increase
Chapter
is
4.
by the
Hear ye
strength of the
children,
ox. A
the
faithful
instruction
witness
of a
will not
father,
lie, but a
and
Chapter
false
25.
attend
witness will
to
These
no
are
utter
also
lies.
understanding.
Proverbs of
For
Solomon,
I
A
give
when the
you
man
good
scorner
Hezekiah,
doctrine,
hateth
king of
wisdom
Judah,
and
forsake
cried
ye
findeth
out.
it
not
It
my
is
not,
the
law.
glory
but
of
For
God to
knowledge
I
is
conceal a
was
thing,
easy
but
unto
the
him
honor of
that
kings is to
my
understandeth.
search out
father's
a matter.
son,
Go
Go
tender
from
from
the
in
height
only
presence
to
of a
earth,
love,
for
foolish
depth
man,
and the heart
when
of
thou
kings
in
is
the sight
perceivest
of my
not
unsearchable.
mother.
him.
Take away the
He
The
taught
dross
me
wisdom
from the
of
also
silver, and
and
there
knowledge
said
shall come
unto me,
forth a
The
Let thine
vessel
wisdom of
heart
without
the
retain
defect.
my
prudent
He
is
word,
to
stowed away the wicked
keep my
from
understand
before the
his
commandments, and
king,
way,
live.
and
but the
his throne
folly
shall
Get
be
of the
wisdom,
fool
established
get
in
is
righteousness.
understanding,
deceit.
to
Put
get
not
it
forth
not,
thy silver in
neither
the
Fools
presence of
make
the
decline
a
from
king,
the
and
mock
words
stand
of
of
not
my
in the
mouth.
sin,
place of great
but
men.
among the
Forsake
For
her not,
better it
righteous
is
there
that it
is
be
and
said
she
unto
fellowship.
thee,
shall
Come up
preserve
The
thee.
hither,
heart
than that thou
knoweth
Love
his
shouldest
her,
be
own
and
put
she shall
lower in the
weakness,
keep
and
thee.
a
presence of the prince. So
stranger
Wisdom
thine
is the
doth
eyes have
not
seen.
principal thing.
Go
intermeddle
not
with
forth
his
east to
Therefore
hunt and
joy.
get wisdom.
strive,
The
lest
And
house
thou
with
of the
all
build
thy
up
wicked shall
the
be
getting, get
company
overthrown,
understanding.
thereof.
but
When
the
thy neighbor
Exalt
hath
her,
tabernacle
put
of
thee
the
to
and she
shame,
upright
shall
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 be
promote
thy
thee.
flourish.
cause with thy
She
neighbor
shall
There
bring
himself,
thee
is
and
a
to
speak
way
honor
not a
which
when
secret
thou
to
seemeth
dost
another,
right unto
embrace
a
lest he
her.
that
man,
heareth it
but
put
the
thee to
end
shame.
She
thereof
shall
Heed
are
ye
the
give to
therefore
thine
the
ways
way.
head
of
an
A
death.
ornament
word
of
fitly
grace,
Even
spoken
in
is like
laughter
a
apples
the
of
crown
heart
gold,
of
and
is
glory
measures of
sorrowful,
shall
silver,
and
as an
the
she
earring
end
of
of
deliver
that
gold.
to
The
thee.
mirth
ornament of
is
fine
Hear,
gold,
O
happiness.
my
so is a
son,
wise
The
and
reprover
receive
of
my
backslider
honor,
in
and
saying,
heart
obedient
shall
and
ear.
the
be
years
filled
As
of
the
with
thy
his
life
gold
own
of
shall
snow
be
in the
ways,
many.
time of
and a
I
harvest,
good
have
so
man
is the
taught
shall be
thee
faithful
in the
messenger
way
to
satisfied.
of
them that send
wisdom.
him. For
I have
he
Blessed
led
refresheth
thee
the
is
in
soul
every
of his
word,
right
masters.
but the
paths,
Whoso
when
prudent
thou
man
boasteth
goest,
himself
thy
of
looketh
a
steps
false
shall
well to
not
gift
be
is
his
like
going.
straightened,
clouds and wind
A
and
without
when thou
wise
rain.
man
By
runnest,
long
thou
heareth,
shalt not
forbearing is a
and
stumble.
prince
Keep
persuaded,
departeth from
and a
fast
soft
hold of
tongue
evil, like a
breaketh the
instruction, let
fool.
fool
her
Hast thou
rageth
found
not
and is
honey?
go.
Eat so
confident.
Keep
much as
her,
is
for she
He
sufficient
that
is
for
is
thy
thee,
soon
life.
lest thou be
angry
filled
Enter not
dealeth
therewith and
into the
vomit.
foolishly,
path of the
and the
Withdraw
wicked,
thy
man
foot
and
of
from
go
thy
wicked
not
neighbor's
into
house,
the way
devices
lest
of
he
is
be
evil
weary
evil.
of
men.
thee, and so
The
hurt
simple
thee.
Avoid it.
A man that
Pass
inherit
not
beareth
by
false
folly,
it.
but
witness
the
against his
prudent
Turn
neighbor
are
is
from
a
it and
crowned
gall, and a
with
pass
sword,
away.
and a
knowledge.
sharp
For
arrow.
they sleep not,
Confidence in
Evil
an
bow
except
unfaithful
they
before the
man
have
in
done
time
good,
of
and
mischief,
trouble is
the
like a
wicked
and
broker
their
at the
sleep
taketh
is
the
gates
foot
taken
of
out of
away,
joint, as he
righteousness.
unless
that
they
taketh
call
away a
for
Poor
it
is
garment in
to
cold
hated
pay.
weather,
even
and
of
as
his
vinegar
own
For
upon
they
neighbor,
eat
nitre,
the
but
bread
the
so
of
is he
rich
that
wickedness
singeth
hath
and
songs
drink
many
the
to an
wine of
friends.
ice.
violence.
If thine
He
enemy
that
But
be
the
hungry,
path of
give
despiseth
the
him
his
bread
just
to
is
neighbor
as
eat,
the
and if he be
sinneth,
shining
thirsty,
light
but
give him
he that
water to
shineth
hath
drink. For
more
mercy
and
thou
on the
more
shalt heap
unto the
poor,
coals of
perfect
fire
day.
happy
upon
is
his
The
he.
head,
way
and the
of the
Lord shall
wicked is
Do
reward
they
as
him.
not
darkness.
The
err
north
They
that
know
wind
not
driveth
despise
at
away
what
evil?
they
rain, so
stumble.
doth
But
an angry
mercy and
countenance
The
shall be
My
to
son,
them
attend
that
to my
devise
words, and
good.
incline thine ear unto
In
my
all
sayings.
labor there is
Let them not
profit.
depart
The
from thine
talk of the
eyes. Keep
thirsty
them in
knows
the midst
only
of thine heart,
knowingly.
for they
The
are life
crown
unto
of the
those that
wise is
find
their
them, and
riches,
health
but
to
the
all their
foolishness
flesh.
of fools
Keep thy
is
heart
folly.
with all
A true
diligence,
witness
for
delivereth
out of
soul,
it
but
are
a
the issues of
deceitful
life.
witness speaketh lies.
Get away
The
from
fear of the
thee
Lord is strong
a forward
confidence, and
mouth
his children shall have a
and
place of
perverse lips
refuge.
put far
The
from
fear
thee.
of the Lord
Let
is a
thine eyes
fountain
look
of
right
life,
on,
to
and let
depart from
thine
the
eyelids look
snares of
straight
death.
before thee.
Chapter
Ponder
26.
the path of thy
As snow
In
in
the
feet,
summer and as
multitude
rain
of
in
people
harvest,
and
so
let
was
is
all
the
there
thy
vision
ways
unseemly
be
honor,
for a
established.
fool.
but in
Turn
the
The
not
word
to
wanton
the
of
right
people
wandering
hand,
is
is
as
the
a
nor to
flock
the
strength
left.
of
flying,
the
so a
Remove
curse
thy
pregnant.
foot
causeless
from the
He
shall
that
not
is
easy.
come.
slow
A
to
whip for the
wrath
horse,
is
a
of
bridle
great
for the
Chapter
ass, and a
5.
understanding.
rod for the
My
fool.
But
son,
he that is
Answer
attend
not a
hasty of
fool
until
according
spirit
thy
to his folly,
wisdom,
lest thou
and
exalteth
also
bow
be
folly.
like
thine
unto
ear
him.
to
A
my
Answer a
sound
fool
understanding,
heart
according
is
to
the
his
that
life
ways,
of
thou
the
lest he
mayest
be
flesh,
wise
but
regard
in his own
envy
discretion
eyes.
the
and that thy
He that
rottenness
lips
sendeth
of
a
the
may
message
keep
by the
bones.
knowledge.
hand of a fool
For the
He that
lips
cutteth
of
off
the
the
oppresseth
head
the
and
strange
poor
drinketh
woman
damnation.
reproacheth
drop
The legs
his
of the
as
lame
maker.
are
an
not equal,
But
so
he
honeycomb,
that
is a
and her
marrow
honoureth
in
mouth
the
me
mouth
is
of
hath
smoother than
fools.
mercy
oil.
As
on
he
the
that
poor.
bindeth a
But
stone
her
in a
end
The
is
sling,
wicked
so
is
is
bitter
he
driven
that
as
away
giveth honor
in
to a
his
wormwood,
fool.
sharp
wickedness,
As a
as
but
a
the
thorn goeth
righteous
two
up
have
into the
hope
edged
hand of a
in his
sword.
drunkard, so
death.
is a parable into the mouth of
Wisdom
Her
fools.
feet
resteth
go
in
The
the
down to
wicked
heart of
God
death,
that
him
her
that
filleth
hath
all
steps
things
take
both
understanding.
hold on
rewardeth the
But
hell.
that
fool
which is in
and
the
Lest
rewardeth
midst
thou
of
shouldest
transgressors.
fools
ponder
is
As
the
a
made
path
dog
of
known.
returneth
life,
to his vomit,
her
so a
ways
fool
Righteousness
unmovable,
returneth to his
exalteth
that
a
vomit.
thou
nation,
canst not
Seest
know.
thou
but
man
sin
wise in
is
his
a
Hear
own
me now,
sight?
reproach
There is
to
more
therefore,
any
hope of a
O
people.
ye
fool than of him.
children,
The
The
and
slothful
king's
depart
man
not
favour
saith,
from the
Here
is
words
is a
of my
way
toward
unto
a
mouth.
the way,
wise
a
son,
Remove
lion
thy
in
but
his
his
way
street.
wrath
As
far
against
from her,
him
and
that
come not
causeth
nigh
shame.
the door of her house.
Chapter
Lest thou
15.
give thine honor
A
unto
soft
others,
answer
and thy years
turneth
unto
away wrath, but
lest
grievous
strangers be
words
filled with
stir
thy
up
wealth.
anger. The tongue of the
In thy
wise
labors
useth knowledge
be in
aright,
the
but
house
the
of
mouth of
strength.
fools
And thou
groweth
mourn
out
at the last, when
foolishness.
thy flesh and
The
thy body
eyes of
are
the
consumed.
Lord are in
So
every
say,
place,
how have I
beholding
hated
the
destruction,
evil
and
and
my
the
heart
good.
despised reproof,
A wholesome tongue
and
is
have
a
not
tree of
obeyed the
life,
voice of my
but
teachers.
perverseness
For
therein
Noah
is a breach in the
inclined mine
spirit.
ear
A
to
fool
him that
despiseth his
instructed.
father's
I was
instruction,
almost in
but
all
he that
evil in the
regardeth
midst of the
reproof is
congregation
prudent.
and assembly.
In the house of the
Waters out of
righteous
thine
is
own
much treasure, but in the
cistern,
revenues
and
of the
running
wicked
waters
is trouble.
out of thine
The
own
lips of
well.
the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of
Let
the
thy
foolish
fountains be
doeth
dispersed
not
abroad
so.
in rivers
The sacrifice of the
waters
wicked
and
is an
streams.
abomination
Let
to
them
the
be
Lord,
only
but the
thine
prayer of
own,
the upright is his delight.
and not
The
strangers'
way of the
indeed.
wicked is
Let thy
an
fountain be
abomination
blessed,
unto the
and
Lord,
rejoice with the
but he
wife of
loveth
thy
him
youth.
that
Let
followeth
her be
after
as a
righteousness.
loving hind,
Correction is
pleasant
grievous
roe.
unto him
Let
that
her breast
forsaketh the
satisfy
way,
thee
and
at
he
all
that
times,
hateth reproof
and be
shall
thou
die.
ravished always
Hell
with
and
her love.
destruction are before the Lord, how
Why
much more than
wilt
the
thou, my
hearts
son,
of the
be
children
ravished
of men?
with the strange woman,
A
and
scorner
embrace the
loveth
bosom
not
of a
one that
stranger?
reproveth
For the
him,
ways of a
neither will
man
he
are
go
before
unto
the
the
eyes of the
wise.
Lord,
A merry
and he
heart
pondereth
maketh a
all
cheerful
his ways.
countenance, but by
His
sorrow
own
of the heart
iniquity
the
shall take the
spirit
wicked
is broken.
himself,
The heart of him that
and
hath
he shall be
understanding
holden with the
seeketh
cords of
knowledge,
a
but the
sin.
mouth of
He
fools
shall
speaketh
die without
foolishness.
instruction, and in the greatness
All
of
the
his
days of the
folly
afflicted are evil,
he shall
but
go
he that is
astray.
of a merry heart
Chapter
hath
6.
a
My
continual
son, if thou
peace.
be surety for thy
Better is
friend,
little with the fear of the
if thou
Lord
hast
than great
stricken
treasure and
thy
trouble
hand with the
therewith.
stranger,
Better
thou
is a
art
dinner of
snared
herbs
with
where
the
love
words of
is,
thy
than a
mouth,
stalled
thou art
ox
taken
and
with the
hatred
words of thy mouth.
therewith. A wrathful man stirreth
Do
up
this now,
strife,
my
but
son,
he that is
and
slow to
deliver
anger
thyself.
appeaseth
When
the
thou
storm.
art come into
The way
the
of the
hand
slothful man
of thy
is
friend, go
as a
humble
hedge of thorns, but the way of the
thyself,
righteous
and
is
make
made
sure
plain.
thy friend.
A wise
Give
son
not
maketh
sleep
a
to
glad
thine eyes,
father,
nor
but
slumber
a
to thine
foolish man
eyelids.
despiseth
Deliver
his
thyself
mother.
as a roe from the hand of
Folly
the
is
hunter,
joy to him that
and
is
as a
destitute,
bird from the hand
but a man of
of the
understanding walketh
So to the
uprightly.
end
Without
thou
counsel,
sluggard,
purposes
consider
are
her ways,
disappointed,
and be
but
wise.
in the multitude of
Which having no
counselors
guide,
they are
overseer
established.
or ruler,
A man hath
provided
joy
her
by the
meat
answer
in
of
the
his
summer
mouth,
and
and a
gathered
word spoken
her
in
food
due
in the
season.
harvest. How long wilt thou
The way
sleep,
of
O
life is
sluggard?
above to the wise, that he
When
maketh
wilt
run
thou
from hell.
arise out of thy sleep?
The
Yet
Lord
a
will
little
destroy
sleep,
the house of the
a
proud,
little slumber,
but he
and a
will
little folding
establish
of
the
the
border
hands
of the
tremble.
widow.
So shall
The
thy
thoughts of
poverty
the
come
wicked
as one
are an
that
abomination to the
travelleth
Lord,
in
but
thy
the
want
words of the pure
as
are
an
pleasant
armed man.
words. He that is greedy of
A naughty
gain
person,
troubleth his
a
own
wicked man,
house, but
walketh
he that
with a
hateth
forward mouth.
gates shall live.
He winketh
The
with
heart
his
of the
eyes, and
righteous
speaketh
studieth
with
to
his feet.
answer, but the
He
mouth of the
teacheth with
wicked
his finger.
poureth out evil
Froward
things.
is in his
The
heart.
Lord is
He
far
deviseth
from the wicked,
mischief
but he
continually.
heareth
He
the
soweth
prayer of the
discord.
righteous.
Therefore
The
shall
light
his
of the eyes
calamity come
rejoiceth the
suddenly.
heart, and a good
Suddenly
report
shall he
maketh
be
the
broken
bones
without
sound.
remedy. These six
The ear that
things
heareth
doth
the
the Lord
reproof of
hate.
life
Yea, seven
abideth
are
among
an
the wise.
abomination
He
unto
that
him.
refuseth
A
instruction
proud look, a
despiseth
lying
his
tongue,
own soul,
and
but
hands
he
that
that
shed
heareth
innocent
reproof
blood,
getteth understanding.
and
The
heart
fear
that
of the Lord
deviseth
is the
wicked
instruction of wisdom,
imagination.
and before honor
Feet
is
that be swift
humility.
in running to mischief. His
Chapter
false witness
16.
speaketh lies,
The
and he that
preparations of
soweth
the heart
discord among
man,
brethren.
and the
My
answer of
son,
the
keep
tongue is from
thy
the Lord.
father's commandment,
All
and
the ways
forsake
of a
not the
man are
law of
clean in
thy
his
mother.
own eyes,
Bind
but the
them
Lord
continually
weigheth
upon
the
thine heart,
spirits.
and tie them about
Commit
thine
thy
neck.
works
When
unto
thou
the Lord,
goest, it shall
and thy
lead thee.
thoughts
When thou
shall be
sleepest, it shall keep
established.
thee.
The
And
Lord
when thou
hath made
awakest, it
all
shall talk
things
with
for
thee.
himself,
For the
yea,
commandment
even
is a
the
lamp,
wicked for the day
and the
is
law is
evil.
light.
Everyone that is
Fruits of
proud in
instruction
heart
are the
is
way
an
of them,
abomination
to
to the
keep
Lord.
thee
Though
from
hand
the
join
evil
in
woman,
hand,
from the
he shall
flattery of the
not
tongue of
be
a strange
unpunished.
one. Lust not after her
By
beauty
mercy
in
and
thine heart,
truth iniquity
neither
is
let her
purged,
take thee,
and his
By the
days.
fear
A
of the
man that
Lord,
doeth
for
violence to the
means
heart
of
of any person
evil.
shall flee to the pit.
When a
Let
man's
no man
ways
stay him.
please the
man
Lord,
is
Whoso
brought
he
to
walketh
the
maketh
feet piece
they
his
shall be
of
enemies
saved.
to
bread.
be at
But he
peace
And
that
with
is
the
you.
perverse in his
adulterer
ways shall
Better
fall at
is a
once.
little
went
He
with
that tilleth his land
righteousness
shall have
for
plenty
the
of bread.
precious
But he
life.
that
revenue
followeth
Can a
after
man
vain
without
take
persons
fire in
shall
his
have
profit.
bosom,
poverty enough.
and
A
his
A
faithful
man's
man
clothes
heart
shall
not be
abound
deviseth
burned?
with
his
blessing.
ways,
Can
But
one
but
he
the
that
go
maketh
upon
Lord
hot
haste to be rich
directeth
coals,
shall
his
not be
steps.
innocent. To
and
have
his
A
feet
respect of
not be
divine
princes is
burned?
not
sentence
good,
is
So
in the
but
he
for
lips
that
a
of the
piece
goeth
of
king.
bread
His
in to
a
mouth
his
man will
neighbor's wife,
transgress.
transgresseth not
He
whosoever
that
toucheth
trusteth
judgment.
to be
her
rich
shall
A
and
not
liveth
be
just
lying
weight
innocent.
and
considereth not
balance
that
are the
Men
poverty
do
shall
not
Lord's.
come
All
upon
despise
him.
the
a
He
weight
that
thief
of the
rebuketh a man
bag are
afterward
his
shall
work.
find more
if
favor
he
than he
It
steal
that
to
is an
flattereth
satisfy
with
his
abomination
tongue.
to
soul when he
Whoso
is
kings to
robbeth
hungry.
commit
his father or his
wickedness,
mother
for
and
the
saith in
But
his
throne
heart
if
is
he
transgression,
be
the
established by
same
found,
is the
he shall
companion of a
righteousness.
restore
destroyer.
sevenfold.
He that is of a proud
He
heart
shall
Righteous
give
stirreth up
lips
all
strife,
are the
but
delight
he
of
the
that putteth his
kings,
trust
substance
in
and
the
they
of
Lord
love
life.
shall
him
be
that
made
But
fat.
speaketh
whoso
He that
right.
committeth
trusteth in his
The
adultery
own
wrath of a
heart
with
is
a
a
king
fool,
woman
is
but
lacketh
as
whoso walketh
understanding.
messengers of
wisely, he
He
death,
shall
that
be
but
doeth
the
taught.
it
wise
He
destroyeth
that
his
man
giveth
own
unto the
soul.
poor
pacifieth
shall
it.
A
not lack,
wound
but he
In
and
that
the
a
hideth
light of
his
a
honor
eyes
king's
shall have many a
countenance is
curse.
life,
When the wicked
and his
rise, men
favor
shall
hide
he
is
get,
as a
themselves, but when
cloud
they
and
of the
his
perish,
latter
the
reproach
rain.
shall
righteous
not be
increase.
How
wiped
much
away.
Chapter
better is it
29.
to
For
get
But he
jealousy is
wisdom
the
that being
than
rage of a
often
gold,
man,
reproved
and
hardeneth
to
his
get
neck
therefore he
shall
will not
suddenly be
understanding
spare in the
destroyed
day
and
of
not
rather to
without
be
vengeance.
remedy. When the
chosen than
righteous are in
silver?
authority, the people
The
rejoice, but when
highway
the
of
wicked
the
He will
beareth
upright
not
rule,
is
the
to
regard
people
depart
any
mourn.
from
Whoso
ransom,
evil.
loveth
He
wisdom
that
neither will
rejoiceth
keepeth
his
his
he
father,
way
but he that
rest
preserveth
keepeth
his
company
content,
with
soul.
harlots spendeth his
though
substance.
Pride
he
The
goeth
king by
giveth
before
many
judgment
destruction,
gifts.
establisheth the
and an
land,
haughty
but he
spirit
that
before
receiveth
a
gifts
fall.
overthroweth it. A man that
Chapter
Better it
flattereth
7.
his
is to
neighbor
be of
spreadeth
an
a
My
net for
humble
son,
his
keep my
feet.
spirit
words
with
and
the
In the
believe,
lowly,
transgression of an
than to
evil
keep
man
my
there
divide
is a
the
commandments
snare.
with
spoil
thee.
The
with the
righteous doth
proud.
sing and
Keep
rejoice.
He
my
that
The
handleth
righteous
a
commandments and
matter
considereth
live,
the cause
wisely
of the
and my
shall
poor,
law
but
find
the
do
wicked
with
good,
thee.
regardeth
and
not to
whoso
know
Open
it.
up
trusteth
thine
in
A
the
heart.
wilful man
Lord
bringeth
hath
Bind
city
them
into a
peace.
upon
snare,
thy
but wise
fingers,
men
write
turn
them
away
upon the
wrath.
table
He
of
The
that
thine
loves
wise
heart.
in
man
Say
heart
contendeth with
unto
a
shall be
wisdom,
foolish
thou
called
man.
art my
Whether he
prudent,
sister,
rage
and
or
call
and
laugh,
the
there is
understanding
no
thy
sweetness of the
rest.
children,
The
lips
bloodthirsty
increaseth
hate the
learning.
upright,
that
but
they
the
may
just seek
keep
Understanding
his
thee
is a
from
soul.
the
A fool
stranger
wellspring of
of
uttereth
life,
life
all
and the
his
unto him
mind,
stranger
that
but
with
a
hath it,
wise
flattering
man
but the
keepeth it
speech
in till
instruction of
with the
afterward.
fools
words.
If a
is
ruler
folly.
hearken to
At the
lies, all his
window
The
of
servants
heart
my
of
are
the
wicked.
house I
wise
The
looked
teaches
poor
in
and
his
the
and
mouth,
deceitful
and
tasted,
man meet
addeth
together.
and
The
learning
Lord
to
beheld
his
loveth
among the
both
lips.
their
simple
eyes.
ones I
Pleasant
The king
words
discerned
that
among the
are
faithfully
as an
youths
judgeth the
a young
honeycomb,
poor,
man
his
void of
throne
sweet to the
shall be
soul
understanding,
established
and
forever.
health
passing
The
to
through
the
the
rod and
street
body.
near
reproof
her
give
corner.
wisdom, but a
And he
child
went
There
laughter
is a
away
way
to
himself
that
her
bringeth his
house.
seemeth
mother to
right
In the
shame.
unto a
twilight,
man,
in
The
the
wicked
but
are
the
evening,
end
multiplied
thereof
transgression
black
are
and
the
increaseth, but
ways
the
dark
of
night,
righteous shall
death.
see their fall.
He
The
that
ring thy
behold,
laboureth,
there
son,
met
and he
laboureth
him
shall
for
a
give thee
woman
rest.
with
himself,
the
for
Yea,
his
he shall
attire of
mouth
give delight
harlot,
unto
maketh
thy
it of
soul.
him.
and
Where there is
southern
An
no
women.
vision, the
ungodly
people
man
perish, but
diggeth
he that
up
keepeth
She
the
is
evil,
law,
and
loud
happy
in
and
is
his
he.
lips
stubborn.
A
there
serpent will
is
not be
as a
Her
crushed
feet
under
burning
are
the
bowed
cords,
not
fire.
in her
although he
A
house,
understand,
neither
he
froward
will
is
man
not
she
soweth
answer.
stout,
Seest
strife,
stout
thou a
in
and a
the
man that is
street,
hasty
whisperer
in his words?
and
separateth
There is
lieth
sheep
more
in
hope
wait
of a
at
friends.
fool
every
than of
A
corner.
him.
violent
He
man
that
So she
dealeth
enticeth
caught
his
secretly
him
of
neighbor,
his
and
and
servant
kissed
from a
him
leadeth
and
him
child
licked
into
shall
the
him.
have
way
him
that is
become his
not
son
good.
at the length.
Impudent
He
An
shutteth
angry
his
man
thing
eyes
stirreth
to
up
said
strife,
unto
devise
and a
him,
froward
furious man
I have
things,
peace
aboundeth
for
with
in his
offerings,
transgression.
lips
A
he
offerings with
man's
bringeth
me.
pride shall
evil
bring
This
to
him
day
low,
have
but
pass.
I
honor
paid
shall
my
The
uphold the
vow.
hoary
humble in
head is a
spirit.
crown
Therefore
of
Whoso is
glory,
heart
came
but
before
I
he
a thief
forth
found
to
hateth
meet
his
in
own
the
thee,
soul.
way of
He
diligently
beareth
to seek
cursing
thy
righteousness.
and
face,
bewrayeth it
He
not.
that
and
is
I
A
have
slow
most
to
found
prudent
thee.
anger
man bringeth
is
a
I
better
snare,
than
have
but
the
decked
whoso
my
mighty,
putteth his
bed
and
with
trust
he
in the
that
coverings
Lord
of
ruleth his
shall be
purple
saved.
spirit
tree,
than
Many
and
he
seek
are
the ruler's
blessed
favor,
with fine
but every
linen
man's
of
The lot
judgment
is
cometh
cast
from
into
the
the
I have
Lord.
lap, but the
perfumed
Unjust
my
man
whole
is
bed
an
with
disposing
abomination to
myrrh,
the
thereof
just, and
is
he
aloes
that
of
is
the
and
upright in the
Lord.
way
cinnamon.
is abomination to the
Chapter
wicked.
17.
Come,
Chapter
let us
30.
take
The
our
words of
fill of
Hagar is a
love
lamp
unto
to
Better
the
the
is a
foot,
Lord.
dry
even the
Let
morsel
us
prophecy, the
than
lamp
a
clothe
spice
quiet
unto
ourselves with
listening
love.
Israel,
therewith,
even
than an
unto
house
Ithiel and
So
full
the
of
good
Ukal.
man
Surely
sacrifices
I
is
have
with
more
not at
praise
strife.
than
home,
any man,
A
he
and
that
have
is
not
wise
the
gone out
servant
understanding of a
alone.
shall
man.
have
I
rule
have to
over
learn
a
He
wisdom, nor
that
son
have the
taketh
because
a
knowledge
of
of
bag of
folly.
shame,
money
Who
and
with
hath
shall
him,
have
and
descended
is
part
into
in
come
the
heaven,
home
or
after
inheritance
day
descended?
among
Who
the
hath gathered
brethren.
the wind
appointed,
in his fists?
with her
Who
The
hath
much
bound
finding
the
fair
waters in
pot
a
speech.
is for
garment?
She
Who hath
silver,
calls him
and
to
the
established all the
yield.
ends
furnace
of the
for
The
earth? What
gold.
is his
flattering of
But
her
the
name?
lips
What is
is
his
Lord
son's
fortune.
name, if thou
trieth
canst
the
He
tell?
goeth
hearts.
after her
Every word
A
of God
straightway
is
wicked
as an
pure.
doer
ox
He is
giveth
a
goeth
heed
after
shield
to
the
unto
false
them
water,
that put their
lips, and
as
trust
a
a
in him.
liar
fool
giveth
Add thou
ear
not unto
to
to
his
a
the
words,
naughty
lest he
correction
tongue.
of
reprove
the
thee, and thou
spouse,
be
Whoso
found a
mocketh the
till
liar.
he
poor
Two
darts
things have I
reproacheth his
required of
Maker,
thee,
strike
deny
through
me
his
them not
liver,
and he
before
that
I
is
as
come.
glad at
bird
O
hasteth
far
calamities
from me
to the
shall not
vanity and
snare,
be
and
lies.
knoweth
Give
not
me
unpunished.
that
neither
it
poverty nor
is
riches.
his
Children's
Feed me
life.
with
children
food
are
Hearken
quickly
the
and
unto me
fully,
crown
now,
of
lest I
therefore,
be
old
full
men,
children,
and did I
and
be
the
O
and say,
glory of
children,
who is
give
the
children
Lord?
are
attend
their
Lest I
to
be poor
fathers.
the
and
words
steal
of
and
my
take the
mouth.
name of
Excellent
my God
speech
Let
in
not
vain.
becometh
thine
not
heart
a
Accuse
decline
fool,
not
to
a
her
servant
much
son of
ways,
his
less
go
do
master,
not
lying
lest he
astray
curse
lips
thee,
a
and
in
thou
her
praise.
be found
paths.
guilty.
A gift
For
There is a
she
keeps
hath
generation that
as
cast
a
down
curseth their
many
precious
father and
women,
doth
stone,
not bless their
yea,
mother.
many
There
in
strong
the
is a
women
eyes
have
of
been
generation
him
that
that
are
slain
pure
by
in
her.
hateth.
their own
Her
eyes,
house
and
is the
yet is
way
Whosoever
to
not
hell,
washed
reproacheth
from
the
their
going
filthiness.
down
prospereth,
to the
There is a
chambers
but
of
he
death.
that
generation, O
covereth a
lofty are their eyes,
transgression
and their
seeketh
eyelids are
love.
lifted up.
Chapter
But
8.
There
he
is
that
a
repeateth
Doth
generation
the
not
whose
matter
teeth
wisdom
are as
cry,
swords,
separateth
and
and their
very
jaw
understanding
friends.
put
teeth as
forth her
knives, to
voice?
A
devour the poor
reproof
from off the
She
entereth
earth,
more
standeth
and
in
to
the
into a
eat
top
them
wise
of
among
man
men.
high
than an
places,
hundred
Foolishly
by the
hast
way
two
stripes
and the
with
daughters
places
crying,
flame.
of the
Give,
paths.
give.
An
She
There
evil
are three
man
crieth
things
at
that
the
seeketh
are never
gate,
only
at the
satisfied,
rebellion.
entry
yea,
of the
four
city.
things say
Therefore
not
at
It
the
is a
coming
message
in at the
shall
door.
be sent
Unto
against
you,
her.
O men, I call, and
Let
my
her bear
voice
robbed of
is
her
to the
wealth,
sons of
speak a
men.
man,
O ye
rather
simple,
than a fool
understand
in
wisdom,
his
and ye
folly.
fools, be ye of an
Whoso
understanding
rewardeth
heart.
evil for
Hear,
good,
for I will
evil shall
speak of
not
excellent
depart
things,
from his
and the
house.
opening of my lips shall be
The beginning of
righteousness.
strife is as
For
when
my
one
mouth
letteth
shall
out
speak
water.
truth, and
Therefore
wickedness is
leave
in
off contention
is an
before it
abomination
be
to my
meddled
lips.
with.
All the words of
He
my
that
mouth are
justifieth the
unrighteous.
wicked,
There
and
is
he that
nothing
condemneth the
froward
just,
or
even they
perverse in
both
them.
are
They are
abominations
all
to the Lord.
plain to him that
Wherefore is there a
understandeth,
price in the
and right
hand of
to
a fool
them
to get
that
wisdom,
find
seeing
knowledge.
he hath no
Receive my
heart?
instruction and not silver,
A
and
friend
knowledge,
loveth
better
at
than
all
choice
times,
gold.
and a
For
brother
wisdom
is
is better
born
than
for
rubies,
adversity.
and all the
A man
things that
void of
may be
understanding
desired are not
striketh
to be
hands,
compared
and
to him.
becometh surety in the presence of his friend.
Wisdom dwell
He loveth transgression that loveth
and
strife,
find out
and he that
knowledge of
exalteth
witty
his
invention.
gate seeketh destruction.
three things which go well,
He that hath a froward heart findeth
The
no
fear
good,
of the Lord
and he
is
that
to
hath a
hate evil,
perverse tongue
pride,
falleth
and
into
arrogancy,
mischief.
and
He that
the
begetteth
evil
a
way,
fool
and the
doeth him to
froward
his sorrow,
mouth.
and the father of a fool hath
Counsel is
no
mine,
joy.
and
A
sound
merry
wisdom I
heart
am
doeth
understanding,
good
I
like
have
a
strength.
medicine,
By
but a
me
broken
kings reign and
spirit
princes
drieth the bones.
decree justice.
A wicked man
By
taketh
me
a gift out of
princes
the bosom
rule,
to
and
pervert
nobles,
the ways of
even
judgment.
all the judges of the earth.
Wisdom
I
is
love
before
them that
him that
love
hath
me, and those that
understanding,
seek me
but the
early
eyes
shall
of a
find me.
fool are in
Riches
the
and
ends
honor
of the
are with
earth.
me.
A
Yea,
foolish son
durable
is
riches
of
and
grief to
righteousness.
his father,
My fruit
and
is better
bitterness
than
to
gold.
her that bare him.
Yea, than fine gold,
Also
and
to
my
punish the
revenue
just is
than
not
choice
good,
silver.
nor to strike
And
the
lead in
prince
the
of
way of
strength.
righteousness in the midst
He that hath
of the
knowledge
path of justice,
spareth his words,
that I
and
may
a man of
cause those that love
understanding
me to
is of an
inherit substance,
excellent spirit.
and I will
Even
fill
a
their
fool, when he
treasures.
holdeth his
The
peace,
Lord
is counted
possessed me in
wise,
the
and
beginning
he
of
that
his
shutteth
ways,
his lips
before
is
his works
esteemed
of old.
a man
I will
of
set up
understanding.
from everlasting, from
Chapter
beginning,
18.
forever
Through desire a man,
the earth
having
was,
separated
when there
himself,
were no depths.
and
I was
intermeddleth
brought
with all
forth
wisdom.
when there were no
A fool
fountains
hath no
abounding
delight in
with waters.
understanding, but that
Before the
his heart may
mountains were
discover
settled, before
itself.
the hills
When the
was
wicked
I brought
cometh,
forth.
then cometh also
While as yet
contempt,
he had
and with
not
equal
made the earth,
reproach.
nor the fields,
The
nor
words of
the
a man's
highest
mouth are
part
as
of
deep
the
waters, and
dust
the
of the
wellspring
world.
of wisdom
When he
as a
prepared the
flowing
heavens,
brook.
I was there.
It is not good
When
to
he
accept
set his
the
compass
person of the
upon the
wicked,
face
to
of the
overthrow
depths.
the
When he
righteous
established the
judgment.
clouds above,
A
when he
fool's lips
strengthened
enter
the
into
fountains of the
temptation,
deep.
and his mouth
When he
calleth
gave
for
to the sea
strokes. A
his
fool's
decree,
mouth is his
that
destruction,
the
and
waters
his
should not
lips are the
pass his
snare of his
commandments.
soul.
When he
The
appointed
words
the
of the talebearer
foundations of
are
the
as
earth.
wounds, and they go down
When
into the innermost
then
parts of the
I
belly.
was by him
He also that is
as
slothful
one
in his
brought
work
up
is
with
brother
him,
to him
and
that
I
is a
was
great
daily
waster. The name of the Lord is a strong
rejoicing
tower.
always
The
before him,
righteous runneth
rejoicing
into
in the
it, and is
habitable
safe.
part
The rich
of
man's
his
wealth
earth,
is his strong
and my
city,
delight
and
in
as an
the
high
charge
wall
of
is
men.
his own
Now
conceit.
therefore hearken unto me,
Before
O
destruction,
ye
the
children.
heart of man
Blessed
is
are they
haughty,
that
and
keep my
before
ways.
honor is
Hear
strength.
instruction and be
He
wise,
that
and shew
answereth
the
a matter before he
Blessed
heareth
is the
it,
man
it is
that heareth
folly
me,
and
watching
shame.
daily at my gates, waiting at the
The
posts of
spirit
my
of a man will
doors.
sustain his
For
infirmity,
whoso
but a
findeth
wounded spirit who can
me
bear?
findeth life,
The heart of the
and shall
prudent
obtain
getteth
favor of
knowledge,
the Lord.
and the ear
But
of the
he that
wise
sinneth against
seeketh
me wrongeth
knowledge.
his own
A
soul.
man's
All
gift
they that
maketh
hate me
room for
love
him,
death.
and bringeth him before
Chapter
great
9.
men.
Wisdom hath builded her
He
house.
that is
She
first in
hath
his own
hung
cause
out
seemeth
of her
just,
7
but his
pillars.
neighbor cometh and searcheth
She
him. The lot
hath
causeth
killed her
contentions to
beasts.
cease,
She hath
and
mingled her
parteth
wine.
between
She
the
hath also
mighty.
furnished her
A
table.
brother
She hath
offended
sent
is
forth her
harder to be
maidens.
won than a
She
strong
crieth
city,
upon
and
the
their
highest places of the
contentions are
city.
like the bars of a
Whoso is
castle.
simple, let him turn
A
in
man's
hither.
belly shall be
As for
satisfied with the
him
fruit of
that
his mouth,
wanteth
and with the
understanding,
increase
she
of his
saith
lips
to
shall
him,
he be filled.
Come eat of my bread,
Death
and drink
and
of the
life
wine
are
which
in
I
the
have
power
mingled.
of the tongue,
Forsake
and
the
they
foolish
that
and
love
live,
it shall eat
and
the
go in
fruit
the way
thereof.
of understanding. He
Whoso
that
findeth a
reproveth
wife
a
findeth a good
scorner
thing,
getteth
and
to
obtaineth
himself
favor of the
shame.
Lord.
And
The
he that
poor useth
rebuketh a wicked
entreaties,
man
but the
getteth
rich
himself a
answereth
block.
roughly.
Reprove not a
A man that
scorner,
hath friends
lest he
must
hate
shew
thee.
himself
Rebuke a
friendly,
wise
and
man,
there is a friend that
and
sticketh
he will
closer
love thee.
than a brother. Chapter 19.
Give instruction to a
Better
wise
is the
man,
poor
and
that
he will be
walketh in
yet
his
wiser.
integrity,
Teach a
than
just
he that
man,
is
and he will
perverse in his
increase in
lips
learning.
and is a fool.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning
Also
of
that the
wisdom,
soul be
and the
without
knowledge
knowledge,
of
it
the
is not
holy is
good,
understanding.
and he that hasteth
For
with
by
his
me thy
feet
days shall be
sinneth.
multiplied,
The
and the
foolishness of
years
a man
of thy life
perverteth
shall
his
be
way,
increased.
and his heart
If thou be
fretteth
wise,
against
thou
the
shalt be
Lord.
wise for thyself.
Wealth maketh
But
many
if
friends,
thou
but the poor is separated
scornest,
from his
thou
neighbor.
alone
A
shalt bear
false
it.
witness shall not be
A
unpunished, and
foolish
he that
woman
speaketh
is
lies
amorous.
shall not
She
escape.
is simple and
Many will
knows
entreat the
nothing.
favor of the
For she
prince, and
sitteth at the
every
door of her
man is a
house on
friend
a
to
seat
him
in
that
the high
giveth
places of
gifts.
the city,
All
to
the
call
brethren of the
passengers who
poor do
go
hate him.
right on their ways.
How much more do
Whoso
his
is simple,
friends
let
go
him
far from
turn
him?
in
He
hither.
pursueth them with
And as
words,
for
yet
him
they
that
are wanting
wanteth
to him.
understanding, she
He that
said to
getteth
him,
wisdom loveth his own
Stolen
soul.
water is a
He that
sweet,
keepeth
and
understanding
bread
shall
eaten in
find
secret
good.
is
A
pleasant.
false witness shall
But
not
he knoweth
be
not
unpunished,
that
and he that speaketh
the dead
lies
are there,
shall perish.
and that her
Delight is
guests
not seemly
are
for a
in the
fool,
depths
much
of
less
hell.
for a servant to have rule
Chapter
over
10.
princes.
The Proverbs of
The
Solomon,
discretion
a
of a
wise
man
son,
deferreth his anger,
maketh a glad
and it
father,
is his glory to pass
but
over
a
a
foolish son is the
transgression.
heaviness of
The
his
king's
mother.
wrath is as the
Treasures
roaring
of
of a
wickedness
lion,
profit
but his
nothing,
favor
but
is as
righteousness
dew upon the
delivereth from
grass.
death.
A foolish
The
son
Lord
is the
will not suffer
calamity
the
of his
soul of the
father,
righteous
and the
to
contentions of a
famish,
wife
but
are a
he casteth
continual
away
dropping.
the substance of the
House
wicked.
and riches are the inheritance of
He
fathers,
becometh
and
poor
a
that
prudent
dealeth with
wife
a
is
slack
from the
hand, but
Lord.
the hand of the diligent
Slothfulness
maketh
casteth
rich.
into a
He
deep
that
sleep,
gathereth
and an
in
idle
summer is a
soul
wise
shall
son,
suffer hunger.
but
He
he
that
that
keepeth the
sleepeth in
commandment
harvest
keepeth
is a
his own
son
soul, but he that despiseth
that
his
causeth
ways
shame.
shall die.
Blessings are
He that
upon the
hath
head of
pity
the
upon the
just,
poor
but
lendeth
violence
unto the Lord,
covereth
and
the
that
mouth of
which
the
he
wicked.
hath given will
The
he
memory
repay
of the
him
just is
again.
blessed, but the name of
Chasten
the
thy
wicked
son
shall rot.
while there is hope, and let not thy
The
soul
wise in heart will
spare for his
receive
crying.
commandments, but
A
a
man of
prating
great
fool
wrath
shall
shall
fall.
suffer
He that
punishment.
walketh
For if
uprightly
thou
walketh
deliver
surely,
him,
but
yet thou must do it
he
again.
that perverteth his
Hear
ways shall be
counsel and
known.
receive instruction, that
He
thou
that
mayest be
winketh with the
wise in
eye
thy
causeth
latter
sorrow,
end.
but
There
a
are many
prating fool
devices
shall
in a
fall.
man's heart.
The mouth
Nevertheless,
of a
the
righteous
counsel of
man
the
is
Lord,
a
that
well
shall stand.
of life, but violence
The desire of a
covereth
man
the
is
mouth of
his
the wicked.
kindness, and a poor man is better than a
Hatred
liar.
stirreth up
The
strife,
fear
but
of the
love
Lord
covereth all
tendeth to
sins.
life,
In the
and he
lips
that
of him
hath it
that
shall
hath
abide
understanding wisdom is
satisfied.
found,
He shall not be
but a
visited
rod
with
is
evil.
for the back of
A
him
slothful man hideth
that
his
is
hand
void
in
of
his bosom,
understanding.
and will not so much as bring it to his
Wise
mouth
men
again.
lay up knowledge, but the
Smite a
mouth of the
scorner, and
foolish
the
is near
simple will
destruction.
beware,
The rich
and
man's
reprove
wealth
one
is
that
his
hath
strong city.
understanding,
The
and he will
destruction of the poor
understand
is their
knowledge.
poverty.
He that
The
wasteth his
labor of the
father, and
righteous
chaseth away his
tendereth
mother,
to
is a
life,
son
the
that
fruit
causeth
of the
shame
wicked to
and
sin.
bringeth
He is in
reproach.
the way of life that keepeth instruction, but
Cease,
he
my
that
son, to
refuseth
hear the
reproof
instruction that
erreth.
causeth
He
to
that
err
hideth
from the
hatred with
words of
lying lips, and
knowledge.
he that
An
uttereth a
ungodly
slander
witness scorneth
is a fool.
judgment, and the mouth of the wicked
In the multitude
devoureth
of
iniquity.
words there
Judgments
wanteth
are
not sin,
prepared for
but
scorners, and
he that
stripes for the
refraineth
back of
his lips is
fools.
wise. The tongue
Chapter
of the
20.
just is as choice
Wine
silver,
is a
the heart
mocker,
of the
strong
wicked is
drink is
little
raging,
worth.
and
The
whosoever
lips
is
of the
deceived
righteous feed
thereby
many,
is
but
not
fools die
wise.
for want of
The
wisdom.
fear of a
The
king
blessing
is
of the
as the
Lord,
roaring
it
of a
maketh
lion.
rich,
Whoso
and he
provoketh him to
addeth
anger
no
sinneth
sorrow with
against
it.
his own
It is
soul.
a sport
It
to a
is an
fool
honor
to
for
do
a man to
mischief,
cease
but a
from
man of
strife, but
understanding hath
every
wisdom.
fool
The
will be
fear of the
meddling.
wicked,
The
it shall
sluggard
come
will
upon
not
him,
plow by
but the
reason of the
desire of the
cold,
righteous shall be
therefore shall
granted.
he
As
beg
the
in
whirlwind
harvest
passeth,
and have
so
nothing.
is the wicked no more.
Counsel
But
in the
the
heart of
righteous
man is
is an
like deep
everlasting
water,
foundation, as
but a
vinegar to
man of
the teeth,
understanding
and
will
as smoke
draw
to
it
the eyes,
out.
so is the sluggard to them that send him.
Most men will
The fear
proclaim
of the
every
Lord
one his own
prolongeth
goodness, But a
days,
faithful
but
man
the
who
years of
can
the wicked
find?
shall be shortened.
The just
The
man
hope of the
walketh
righteous
in
shall
his
be gladness,
integrity. His children
but the
are blessed
expectation of the
after
wicked
him.
shall perish.
A king that
The way of the
sitteth in
Lord
the
is
throne of
strength
judgment
to
scattereth
the
away
upright,
all
but
evil with his
destruction shall
eyes.
be to the
Who can say,
workers
I have
of
made my
iniquity.
heart
The
clean,
righteous
I am
shall
pure
never be
from my
removed, but
sin?
the wicked shall not
Divers
inhabit the
weights
earth.
and divers
The
measures,
mouth of the
both
just
of
bringeth
them
forth
are like
wisdom,
abomination
but the
to the
froward
Lord.
tongue shall be cut out.
Even
The
a
lips
child
of the
is known by
righteous
his doings, whether
know
his
what
work
is
be pure
acceptable,
and
but the
whether
mouth of
it
the
be
wicked
right.
speaketh froward.
The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord hath made even both of them. Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. It is not, saith the buyer, but when he is gone his way, then he boasteth. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take his garment, that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets, therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. Whoso curseth his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. An inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. Divers weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? It is a snare to a man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows to make inquiry. A wise king scattereth the wicked, and bringeth the wheel over them. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. The blueness of a wound cleanseth away evil, so do stripes the inward parts of the belly.